Bucks fans, I need y'all level with me here. Doesn't it frustrate you that Giannis, who was the back-to-back MVP, still can't figure out a defense as simple as a wall? Yo, what's up guys? It's John, aka Data Mike, and welcome back to another video. So, like I said in my off-season shopping list videos, I plan to do alternate videos for the other teams that I couldn't do it because they're capped out and can make little to no moves. So, if you guys enjoy this video, leave a like and comment. Also, let me know if there's other topics you guys want me to talk about, especially now that it's the off-season. And if you guys enjoy my content in general, subscribe, turn on all the notifications, and follow all my social media in the description below. I share all my videos on Twitter. I live stream on Twitch, which you should especially follow because I stream twice a week. And I recently created my own Discord server, which is public and free to join, and anyone can make a Discord account. So, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So, I know that I've already done a video on the Denver Nuggets, which you should watch by the way, along with the rest of my off-season shopping list videos. I'll link the playlist in the description below, and the icon of the top right corner of the video screen. But I'm including them in this video with the Boston Celtics because both teams are in the same unique tier. They're on the cusp of being a serious finals contender, but they're still young and are missing one or two more pieces. This is especially the case for the Nuggets because they shocked the entire NBA by coming back from 3-1 deficits in back-to-back series, and Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray both broke out in the bubble and will continue to get better year in and year out. But as I mentioned in multiple videos at this point, they're in danger of losing Jeremy Grant since he opted out of his player option, and will be looking for a serious payday once free agency starts. But if you guys want to hear me talk about the Nuggets more in depth, like I said, watch my off-season shopping list video on them. Link will be in the description. This video is more about where the Celtics and Nuggets rank in their respective conferences going into next season. Let's do the Celtics first because they're more of the main focal point since I didn't do a video on them. So the Celtics are in an interesting position because they're coming off their second conference finals appearance in 3 years, and the Eastern Conference will be much tougher next season. The Bucks will still have Giannis for at least one more year. Regardless of what the Raptors do, they'll still be competitive and one of the usual suspects in the playoff race. The Pacers will be around because, hey, somebody's got to make the playoffs in the East. The Heat are young and will continue to get better. The Sixers loaded up their coaching staff and their front office with Doc Rivers and Daryl Morey. And finally, the Nets will be 100% healthy with KD and Kyrie. So the Celtics' path to another conference finals will be much tougher. But then again, for a young team, they're already battle tested and have faced really good teams in the playoffs. Just this year alone, they faced the Sixers, who although they did sweep them, they gave them a competitive 4 games. Then they went back and forth with the defending champion Raptors. And finally, they did their best against a Heat squad that was hot and had taken down the Bucks in 5 games. Despite this, the Celtics will basically be running it back with the same team. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that they'll be facing the same issue that arose when Al Horford left, a defensive center. I think we can all agree that Daniel Theis, as valuable as he has been for this team, is a short-term solution, not a long-term one. And Enes Kanter is perfect in his role of coming off the bench and providing scoring and rebounding. So maybe the answer has been on the bench all along. And yes, I'm talking about none other than the man himself, the one, the only, Taco Fall. I don't know why exactly he's not playing. To be honest, the excuses of, oh, he's not NBA ready, or, oh, he's injury prone because of his body type, are, and excuse my language here, a bunch of BS. I do. I really think it is. He's not NBA ready. He was in the G League for nearly half of the season, and he played really well, mind you. He's injury prone because of his body type. In that case, don't play him major minutes. Play him around 20 to 25 minutes like he was averaging in the G League. The Pelicans will most likely be doing the same thing with Zion for at least for the start of next season, so why can't the Celtics do the same thing? They don't really have an excuse, in my opinion. But to answer the question in this video, can the Celtics get over the hump and make it to the finals next season? Well, it depends on a lot of factors like the ones I mentioned earlier, but my definitive answer, and I know this is going to be a hot take either way, is yes. Even though the Celtics basically have the same team, if they establish Taco Fall in their rotation and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown continue to expand their game, and who knows, maybe they trade for a center, maybe at the trade deadline or just sometime during the season, we'll see what happens. There'll be a tough matchup in the playoffs for any team that doesn't have a center of their own to counter with. Moving on to the Nuggets, they're in an even bigger pickle because an argument can be made for pretty much 12 of the 15 Western Conference teams to make the playoffs next season. But I'm going to come out right away and just say that I don't think they can get over the hump and make it to the finals next year. I like Jokic and Murray. Heck, I even made a whole video on Murray's playoff series against the Jazz. I'll also link that in the description for anyone who's interested. But I have no idea whether the team will be able to re-sign Grant. And if they don't, Jokic and Murray will have to carry the bulk of the scoring load over the course of a full season. And Murray is going to be the main focal point of defenses because apparently he's the combination of Steph Curry and Michael Jordan. So take that for what you will. Now, I know that Nuggets fans have faith in Michael Porter Jr., and I do too, but I think he's going to struggle to establish his role within the offense because of Jokic and Murray, and he's not a good defender. Unless he drastically improves his defense, I can see why Mike Malone gives him inconsistent playing time. Because I don't think fans realize that Malone is a defensive coach who wants his team, who, while talented as they may be, is still very young, to put more effort on that end of the court first. Also, their bench is very suspect. Like, I like Monte Morris and Torrey Craig, but they don't have an established scorer off the bench. Maybe that can be Porter, but that also depends on his defense, like I said. Like, you guys see where I'm going with this? The Nuggets have way too many questions on their roster at the moment, and it's hard to tell where everyone fits until free agency starts and as we get closer to the start of next season. So, yeah, that's it. Remember to like and subscribe, follow all my social media in the description below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.